What is going on, guys? DBG here, and today we are doing another episode of the Team Takeover podcast. It is myself and Dale today. Unfortunately, we do not have a guest. We will be trying to get, again, guests most weeks, one of every 2 weeks, somewhere along those lines. Obviously, we had Ty last week, and let's be real, in terms of like relevance, it is going to be near impossible to have a guest like Ty on again. So anyway, so it's just myself and Dale here today. So anyway, Dale, what have you been up to recently in terms of 2K?
In terms of 2K
or life?
I mean, in terms of life, there's still not a whole lot going on in Ireland, really, is there? I think they lifted the restrictions a little bit. You know, we're allowed to meet up with friends now, as long as it's outside. Of our garden,
and it's
specifically our garden.
And it's within 20 kilometers of your house.
Which, thankfully for Dublin, is most of Dublin. Very small place.
Yeah, I was looking. Is there
anywhere in Dublin? Too much.
Is there anywhere in Dublin we can't go?
Far. You'd have to go pretty far, like up to at least for me, it'd be somewhere like Auckey or something like that. Would probably be beyond the 20 kilometers, but I'm never going there.
I don't think it is, because I think it's straight line distance. So like, I think, like, even for myself, like, it's like 30 kilometers driving in terms of going on all the roads to like somewhere like Bray, but it's not more than 20 kilometers straight line distance.
Oh, they go by straight line?
Yeah.
Well, I guess they'd have to, yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, like, for the most part, I'm never going to be going 20 kilometers further than my house. So basically, the whole city is open in terms of moving around. It's just not a whole lot actually open. I know they try to open a couple of things, or they were planning, like, the zoos and stuff. Because I know the zoo tickets sold out in, like, 20 minutes when they went live on the internet, which I just found hilarious. Like,
it's like
no one goes to that zoo any other time. Nice, I promise.
Oh yeah, I'm sure, like, it's something to do. Like, imagine if, like, it's even like the festivals in Florida. Is it like Rolling Loud sold out like straight? Like, those tickets are like $1,000, are they?
I'd imagine they're quite expensive, yeah. I mean, that's one thing, like, when all this is over, I will be going to every music festival and music concert under the sun.
Yeah.
Swear.
I have some of my IRL investments in Dermot Kennedy tickets right now. I have.
Was that an odd thing to invest in?
Concert tickets is a really easy investment.
It's actually not bad because they resell for so much if it's like a hot commodity, right? Like I haven't sold them for profit, and obviously that's just a joke. Like, it's one of the things where I'm really good at getting like the concert tickets and everything, so I just give them to people that I know, or sell them to people I know for like face value. So like, I'll sell them to 7 friends, like, for whatever they cost me. So it's not like it's a big deal, because and my setup is like a mini like ticket bot myself. It's like literally like I was the same
four
way.
different computers, 4 like incognito different user Chrome tabs, going from one computer to the other to the other to the other, laptops, phones.
Yeah, no,
you get in like
I
3.
was the same way. I never really struggled to get concert tickets for like hyped artists. I always managed to snag them for face value for the most part. Like,
yeah,
especially if you're with like the 3 network here, because then you just get the pre-sale anyway. So you always have tickets.
I've never gotten anything on 3 pre-sale. I've never gotten like EP or anything. I'm on 3, but I've always gotten tickets, but I've never gotten them on 3.
You have to be like on the website. Like, there. I don't know if the trick still works, but there used to be a way if you clicked the pre-sale link like an hour before they went live, you could just refresh the page, because it always went down right when everyone got on. It would like flood it, but if you did it like an hour before, it would never crash. That's how I used to always get like the tickets for like Ed Sheeran and stuff.
Yeah, I was always pretty good for it.
I remember back in the day, I used to, be going outside Ticketmaster from like 3 a.m. queuing up.
Yeah, I wasn't old enough for those days. Like, by the time I hit like 17 and 18, everything was online. So
yeah, Very true. I mean, I'm sure it was online back when I was doing it. Like the internet definitely existed, but it always just was easier to cop
Yeah.
than if you just went in person.
It still is easier if you go in person.
Yeah,
But
but it seems like they have a lot less physical tickets.
yeah, they
At
do.
least when you go there, like they seem to sell out after like 100 people. You're just like, oh, this
Yeah.
is a waste of time.
But there's a load of situations I know where the tickets are like completely sold out, and then you go into like one of the physical Ticketmaster booths, and they're still there like hours
They
after they
still
sold
have
out
them,
online
yeah.
because nobody's buying them in person anymore.
Yeah. Unless they didn't get the tickets online in the first place.
Yeah,
If you're really smart, you queue up while, trying to get them on your phone. You want to be real sweet about it.
yeah,
I think
like
I think they tried to ban the whole botting thing in Ireland though, or the scalping, wasn't it?
it is
Did they
banned. You
try to-
can't,
Oh, it is banned.
as far as I'm
I
aware,
swear you can go on like SeatGeek or something and get
you
tickets
can. But
for
I'm
way
pretty. Is it
more.
not illegal?
I thought it was because I
Is
thought I
tickets
heard about it.
is
I was
ticket
like, that's
scalping not
class.
illegal?
About time.
Like I don't think it's.
I heard to say because it's been now a
I
year
need
with no concerts,
I
but
need to look this up.
I thought I heard about it. I'd be happy if it was because like that stuff is horrible. Like I hate it.
No, it can't be because Ticketmaster have their own. Ticket touts could get fines of 100,000 on September 2020.
Yeah, but you're right though. Ticketmaster do have their own resale site, which is even more messed up.
They were like, did they not do like an invest? Are they not planning on doing like an investigation to make sure Ticketmaster aren't putting their things up on their own reselling site?
They should.
New law to be
Everyone
ban to ban
hates
selling tickets over
Ticketmaster.
face value. I agree 100% with that law though.
100%.
Like the banning of
100%.
reselling tickets is ridiculous, but banning of over face value 100%. Like
Yeah,
people
because
should-
usually like people who are actually fans miss out on the tickets, right? Because of all the bots that are buying them up, and
Yeah.
then people are just reselling it to the fans for like 5 times the price.
But like, where do you draw the line though? Like, can you reset anything over face value for like consoles and stuff? Like, obviously the bots are all getting the PS5s right now as well. Like,
I mean, I hate it in general for everything, like consoles, shoes. Like, I've never been a fan of it, and like, it's kind of hypocritical to say because I've definitely sold things above face value, unless it's to people I know. Then I'll be like, can have it for the price I pay for it, but it's one of those things you're like, it's horrible when you have to pay for it, right? But if you're the one doing the selling, it doesn't seem as bad.
oh, like, it's one of the weird ones because it's like, I hate it with the shoes because the resale game and hype is the reason why the shoes are selling, and which is the annoying thing. Like there's no reason. Like it doesn't cost Nike more to make a nice pair of Jordan 1s than an ugly pair of Jordan 1s. But they'll have
Yeah,
more
I
of the ugly.
remember. Go ahead. Sorry.
Or like it doesn't cost them more to make. I was about to say Jordan 1s and Dunk highs, but Dunks are now hyped. I'm trying to think. Or Air Force 1 highs. It doesn't cost them more to make, or maybe it does, but it won't cost them much more to make a Jordan 1 than an Air Force 1 high. But they'll release more Air Force 1s out in the public just because they want to keep the hype on Jordans.
I remember when because I used to be like kind of into the whole like shoes and streetwear and all that stuff, and I remember when Yeezy said he was gonna make Yeezys for everyone, and like eventually it kind of got to that point like where they're really easy to get now, and so many people were like, "Oh, these shoes suck. They've sucked for years," and I'm like, everyone's only saying that now because they know they're not going to be like super limited, and everyone can own a pair, and you can't resell them for like
yeah
$2,000 more. Like, let's be honest.
I'm happy. I got my Yeezy. I have the Onyx 380s, the triple black 350 V2s. I'm happy with them. I got mine face value.
Like they're nice. Like they're good shoes. They're comfortable.
They're really
Do
comfortable.
not let everyone have them. I don't care. For me, the only I mean, there is a lot of V2s that I like, but like the grails of Yeezys for me are the Red Octobers. Like,
Yeah, but they're like $8
Good luck.
grand.
yeah, good luck getting them. Like, I don't even know how limited they were when they launched. I'd imagine very.
I remember I was in LA one time. This is years ago now, And Jesser was considering buying a pair. I can't remember if they were the Red Octobers or they were one of the like first Yeezys. And he was like, and this is back like, it's back a long time ago. It was one of the Nike Yeezys. And it was like, oh, $1,500 pair of shoes. No, that's too expensive. And I'm like, geez, they're like $6,000 now.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, like, if I like those are the kind of shoes I buy and I never want to wear, you know.
Yeah, I have the
I just don't see the point in that.
Yeah, like I have the triple white, off-white Air Max 90s, and like I got them for a steal. Like I got them secondhand, like right after they came out, so they were like €320 or something. But it's like, I don't want to wear them, and also like the box is destroyed. The receipt is like blurred, is faded at this stage. I think I left whatever way I left the box and left the receipt. The receipt's like completely faded, so I'm like, these aren't worth anything anymore. I still don't want to wear them because I'm like, they look. It's just so obvious that you're wearing a pair of shoes that's fucking €1,000. Like, like you can't, like those are original 10 off-whites. It can't be more obvious that you're wearing, like, that they're expensive. Like
but like if I got them for face value, I don't mind wearing them. You know, it's when I like if I went out today and I was like, oh, let me just go buy like the original Chicago red off-whites for like $2,000. Like I'm never gonna wear them because they're like, I paid so much.
$2,000. They're about $5,000.
They've got enough.
Yeah.
Jesus, I remember they used to be reselling for like 1,200.
Yeah, like I wouldn't. Like I hate any. Like I hate buying them. Like again, like when I was 21, maybe I spent a bunch of money on shoes, but now I'm just like, I don't want. It's an effort to sell them. I don't even. Like I'm not into them at all anymore.
Yeah, that's why I got out of it as well. The whole resale thing and like all that stuff. Like I'm happy to just rock around in like Air Force Ones and regular Air Maxes and Converse. Like I don't need. Like if I ever got like an off-white Nike for face value, that's cool. But like, it's not gonna be like the old days where I would like spend the entire day walking around the city trying to enter every raffle possible. Like.
Yeah, like I think 90% of the time, I would be wearing shoes that I bought on M&M Direct for £50.
Yeah,
M&M Direct is great.
I don't think I've ever used it.
Have you never used it?
No.
Oh, for anyone in Ireland or UK, M&M Direct, you get some mental stuff on there. Like it's 90. It's like an online TK Maxx type thing. Mm-hmm. And you guys, I think, have it like TJ Maxx in America.
Yeah, but TJ like, Maxx. I don't know why that was a necessary change.
But it's like you could look at it 100 times, and 99 times you have spent 10 minutes just looking through garbage. But it's that one time you find something at 75% off. That's like unbelievable. I think I got Ultra Boosts. I own 2 pairs of like the old Ultra Boosts. So not the old Ultra Boosts. I own 1 pair of 4s and 1 pair of the 19s. I got the 4s on M&M Direct for like €42, and I got the 19s on Amazon on Black Friday for is it £27? Down from like 140. I'm like, how?
Yeah, I remember when I was living in Canada, there's a store there that's like TK Maxx. Or TJ Maxx, depending on what you are. I can't remember what it was called, but it was, you know, in that same vein, like brands for like whatever discount off. And a guy I knew went in there one day and he found a pair of Jordan 1 breads, like the high tops for like $30.
Oh.
Like sparkling new condition.
Oh
like
God.
That's like it's so random, but you like those stores, like sometimes you just find someone stalking who doesn't know what they are. It's just, they just like here they'll go for $30.
Yeah, but sure, there's entire like people that's how they make their living. They go. I think there's like TMS, these stores called Ross in America. I'm not sure what they are, but I've watched videos of them where they go to like all the outlet stores and they go to like all of these like stores to sell like the brands for cheaper. That's my 6 p.m. alarm. But they go to all the brands that is like, say, clothes and like shoes for cheap. And like if you know the prices, they literally go around and look for steals in all these sizes. They buy them all and then resell them on eBay. And like they do that as their like they make a living flipping stuff like that. It's crazy the amount of steals you can get in those type of shops.
Yeah, 100%. Same with thrift stores.
Yeah. I mean, you wouldn't really know that in Ireland. There's not really many, is there? Like a couple of charity
It's like
shops.
the vintage shops, but yeah, like you have to get lucky and probably like a charity shop. Like
Yeah, there's not
it's
that
like the
many.
vintage stores. You're not like the vintage stores is the same everywhere now. They advertise vintage clothing and it's like marked up to like 200 quid.
Yeah.
Like a 2-pack t-shirt from like the 90s.
Yeah, it's like Depop. You find like the odd time you can just
Because all this thing is like it got popular, right? Everyone's like thrift shopping's the wave now, and then they were like, we're gonna mark up the prices.
double price
I don't think
or
it used to be that bad.
I don't know. It might. I have no idea. Again, I wouldn't be. I haven't.
Yeah, I never did it very often.
Yeah.
When I did start to go to them, the prices were absolutely horrendous. I was like, I could buy this vintage t-shirt, or like if I really wanted to for the same price, I could go buy like an off-white t-shirt, you know? It made no sense.
Like I hate. It's gone to the stage where I'm just like even whatever vintage t-shirt, off-white t-shirts. Man, I went down to I went into Penny's and bought like 5-6 plain black t-shirts, and like that's like, and I'm wearing a plain white Penny's t-shirt under this hoodie, that I'm wearing right now. Like 90% of the stuff I wear is like
Go into Penny's,
€3
like,
t-shirts
tenner.
from Penny's.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
I'm the same. I usually just wear plain t-shirts. It's rare I wear anything with graphics, so I'll get them from anywhere.
yeah.
Makes no difference to me.
Oh, absolutely none at all. So now we have spent about 70 minutes talking about this. Let's go on to 2K. So we had a bit of a disastrous experience in 2K yesterday. Safe to say.
Oh, we're just going straight to this.
Oh, we'll talk a little more about it later. But let's just we'll leave it to later. But let's just say we lost to Estonia in Pro-Am.
It was bad.
No offense to the Estonian, like if there is anyone from Estonia, but that team was bad. We're not good. That team was bad.
Yeah, it was painful.
Oh, like
we'll go into a lot more detail a bit later about what happened, but
I've had the like worst weekend ever of current Gen 2K. I got spanked by Fat Boss as well. Like the worst was I played the first half of my life against him and was losing. He missed one shot until the last minute of the game, and he greened like twice, and I'm just sitting there like 20% what I was getting 20% contests. Whites, everyone going in with Thad Young, 20% white going in. I'm like, it's on Superstar. What am I meant to do?
I don't understand why they had the tournament on Superstar first of all.
Because it's tough to put on Hall of Fame. Because if everyone's used to playing online versus, it's tough to go from that to Hall of Fame.
Just get better. No, I seen the names in that tournament. You cannot tell me none of those people can play on Hall of Fame.
I don't know. But it was so. But like looking at the tournament and watching the results, it is so obvious. Like me, JLB, I've just quit. He basically just quit.
I don't know if you were. When I was in his stream earlier, there was a really funny part. He tried to post hook, and obviously, like the aim and stuff's been patched, so it was just bad. And he was just like, "DBG, what have they done to us, bro?"
Oh my god! Like they ruined. Like post hooking is now gotten to the stage where you could have a 7'5" player, and they could have a 6 foot tall point guard, and you're not going to score a post hook on them unless you green it.
It's looking like day one all over again. Was it day one current gen, or was it day one? No, was it day one next gen where like centers in Park and Pro-Am couldn't score on point guards? Was that next gen?
Next
or
gen.
Was it current gen? Yeah,
Next gen where there's the clip of it just misses everywhere.
Yeah, the centers couldn't hit shots over like 6'3" guards. It was so funny.
It's because they made like. Was it the shot close rating, which never mattered for layups? They made it matter for layups or something? And everyone put their shot close really low because it never used to matter for layups. And then it was like shot layups were decided by shot close.
It wasn't day one. It was the first patch that like made interior and shot close matter, and no one put them on their builds.
They just couldn't make layups.
It didn't matter.
But like the post hooking thing is the worst because it's like it wasn't OP. I'm just gonna put it out there. It was OP on the 1v1 court, the big men, and in real basketball. A 6'5" point guard is not going to be able to stop a 7 foot tall center. Simply put, they won't. Like, that's what the joke, the people are saying, it's like Kareem's probably the best 1v1 player ever because he would just back them down. Like, post hooks were so easy to stop by pressing. If you had two players that were similar height and you timed it right, you would contest post hook. Now they're worthless. Now there's no point doing it. But
there kind of been that. Sure, was there that many people speaking up about post hooking essentially needing a nerf?
Yes, the park guards, the park dribble gods that are pissed off that their build isn't the best build in the game because their build is the only one that takes skill according to them. Like the park dribble gods will not shut up until only dribble gods are good in park. They will complain. They will complain when lockdown defenders can hit wide open shots. They will complain when post players can score in the post. But they will complain until the day comes where every other player is worthless except a isolating point guard. They will complain.
But the 1v1 courts aren't even like a frequent thing on current gen. Like they don't exist that often. Only during like rush 1v1 events and stuff. I don't think on like stage if you're a guard you shouldn't be playing 1v1 stage because that's kind of weird.
Yeah, I hate the thing as well. They were like, well, post players need skill now. It's like, no, they don't. It's not that it needs skill. It's like, it shouldn't take skill to score with a 7 foot post player over a 6'3" guard. That should not take skill. It should be automatic.
Yeah, you should literally just be able to hold your square button as long as you want, and that shot should go in. That
it should be like automatic.
Extremely late.
And the problem isn't that the post players take no skill. The problem is that you pick the build that can't guard post players. That's like telling an NBA team. That's like telling an NBA team who puts out 5 players that are 6'4" and under that get destroyed in the post. That's like telling the NBA team with a big post player that your style of play takes no skill. Patch these big men. Put a height cap on NBA players. Like, oh my! Like, it's the most frustrating thing. Like, they literally they want the game to be like, you know the way post scorers were like they weren't great, but they were usable. Like JLB on a post score could play in Pro Am on a post score. They don't want post scorers to exist. They don't. They want every center just to hold their nuts and for the center's job to get the dribble guys free. The center's job is to get the point guard free. That's all their job is. They want the corner's job to stand in the corner and not do anything. These dribble gods just want their build to be all that matters in game.
I mean, if you as a guard are worried about a center post hooking you, like, just go score the 3-pointer, man.
Yeah.
You're good. Like, you'll be able to do that if you're good.
But, like, it's just one of the annoying things because, again, I don't... This is going from an outside perspective. I don't really play park. Is a point guard build absolutely worthless in 1v1s? Probably. Like, it probably is the truth. But I'm just like, it ruined another way of scoring in my team. Like, there are not many ways of scoring in my team. But post hooking, playing in the post was one of them. It ruined that. So now my team is you've either got one of two things. You are either speed glitching to the basket, or you are 3-hunting. And there used to be 3 ways of playing. You used to speed glitch to the basket, 3-hunt, or you could play in the post. And now they took one of those 2 ways away from playing my team. So there's only 2 ways of playing my team in current gen. Thankfully, I don't play on that gen anymore. But still, they took away one of the 3 ways of scoring. And there was only 2 ways left of scoring.
I think we've discussed this not on this podcast, but like outside of the podcast. Like, I think the only way to make this work going ahead, it's probably, if it ever gets done, I will say 3, 4, 5 years from now is probably when we'd see it. But I think they need to separate my career and park into its own game and leave the 5v5 stuff as a separate game.
Yeah, I agree 100% because like I can guarantee you there are park players that are sitting here complaining, that will be sitting here getting angry at what I'm saying, being like, you don't play park, you don't know what it's like for park. And that's the point we're trying to make, is like, anything that might improve park might ruin every other game mode. Like,
Yeah, because
again,
5v5 and Park plays so
Yeah.
differently.
it's like 5v5 next gen. Most people would say it was slow at the start, but most MyTEAM people, until about mid-January, were all in agreement. Next gen was quite a decent experience. And then they patched next gen to boost speed, and it made players move faster with the ball than without the ball, so now you can't play defense.
Yeah, that ball be moving crazy quick on next gen, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. But like the whole point is like it was brought in. The thing was, it was brought in because of Park, because they want the game to play faster. But like if you're playing on ball defense on next gen, you can still play on ball defense. But the problem is the AI is brain dead, so you're just going to hit a wide open player. But now you actually can't use the AI because the AI is so slow and they react so slow because the offensive players now have a plus 55 speed on the AI defense, and you just blow by them.
Yeah, I didn't think triple threat defense could get worse from current gen, but it is horrible.
There's no defense in triple threat.
It's so
They're actually,
bad.
you know what? The only way
you actually have to do defensive settings.
No,
to,
it's on ball. You do not attempt to bait a lane in triple threat.
Oh, I don't even mean that, but I mean to like, if you go to next gen, you play a game of triple threat online. Do you notice how far your players stand back from everyone on the 3-point line? Like I have to, I genuinely, if I play next gen, I have to set it to smother.
Oh really? I just go left and
they
no.
stag off so much.
I set to no threes most of the time.
I don't know if that makes them play higher up. I'd imagine it would,
Yeah.
but like default settings on next gen, they literally damn near hug the paint.
My whole thing is like try spot the one player on your opponent's team that doesn't have quick or shifty, and try get the ball into their hands and make them ISO. Because if you can't ISO, like you can't ISO with Steph Curry. You can't on next gen. You can't ISO with Steph. You can't ISO with Kobe. So if I'm playing Steph or Kobe, I'm like, I've won the game. You are beating me with Steph Curry. And most people, you're not beating someone without quicker shifty.
So weird that the quicker shifty gets a better speed boost too. That doesn't even make sense.
But like this, it's people don't realize a quicker shifty is everything on next gen.
Better speed boost, the only way you can quick stop as well.
I don't even quick stop. It's the best slashing animation in the game as well.
Because you get that really wide run out.
Yeah, you got the unbelievable speed boost as well. And you also get the one where if you do the like, you know, the through the legs jump crossover thingy? You know, the size up thing they do? Where they basically go through the legs, just going side to side. The point guard thing in Pro-Am.
Oh, yeah.
Where you can go and burst the opposite way out of that and go at 100 miles an hour. You need quicker shifty for that.
I mean, it's going to get to the point everyone's getting quicker shifty for the most part, except Steph. Just so bizarre.
Except Steph. Steph sucks so bad on current gen. Or sorry, next gen. Steph was the worst player that came out yesterday. And I'm not saying for his price. He was the worst player that came out yesterday.
Yeah, like, you know, his set is cracked when, like, the troll dark matter card is a Steph Curry, like.
Steph Curry's not even the troll dark matter card. He is the worst card that came out. Is there any...
I still get busy with him on current gen.
Tell me, is there a worse card than Steph Curry that came out yesterday?
I didn't really look at all the budget players. Feel like what's his name? Bonner. It's got to be not great, right?
Oh, you are not on next gen. Matt Bonner is Klay Thompson. He's a 6'10" Klay Thompson with half Showtime or half posterizer.
Well, Simbular not looking very good.
Simbular is a 7'5" troll center. Like, he's a troll card. I'm not counting him. I'd still rather use big boy Simbular at center and run a Steph Curry at point guard.
Oh, next gen Steph wouldn't touch the floor. Not without quicker shifty.
Like, Matt Bonner on next gen is ridiculous.
They were using them on current gen though.
Matt Bonner is ridiculous. He's 6'10" with 7'3" wingspan. Clay release on very quick. Half posterizer. Half range. Half corner space. Half catch shoot. Half quick
I just
step,
went
half
off
clamps.
name, right? I should have known better that like these unknown names that I don't know.
Did you just call Matt Bonner unknown?
Unknown to me, okay.
Unknown. You're disrespecting the Red Mamba out here. You are disrespecting the Red Mamba.
I don't know, when did he play?
He was with the Spurs.
I can see he was with the Spurs. When was he active?
Like in the end of the Big Three era.
Oh, he retired in 2017.
And not even the end of Big Three era. The dude's got 2 rings.
Yeah, but I mean, did he contribute?
Yes.
Not gonna lie, I probably have seen him.
Dude
play.
started. Dude was a game changer in the 2014 Western Conference Finals. Serge Ibaka was destroying the Spurs, and you know what the Spurs did to try pull Serge Ibaka out of the paint? They started Matt Bonner. They took off Thiago Splitter. They started Matt Bonner.
Oh, let me go look at these stats real quick.
Game changer. Game changer.
He averaged 6 points over his career. Wow.
Game changer. 08-09 started 67 games for the Spurs. With the Big Three Spurs, he started. Do
that's
not.
Weird that that's the season that he started. Who was injured?
Nobody, I don't think. Was that the season where Tony Parker nearly got kicked off the team for cheating on his wife with his ex-teammate's wife?
I didn't even hear about that.
Oh, look up Tony Parker and Brent Barry. This podcast probably isn't the time to look at it. But the Spurs were the 3rd seed in the West, and he was a starter for the 3rd seed in the West.
Look, I probably have seen him play at some point because I started watching basketball properly around 2012.
Oh, the Red Mamba. That's just disrespectful to the Red Mamba himself. Caruso's better than Curry. Not even close. Kyle Korver is a demon.
The new player for all those Zen farming bots.
That was so funny. He went up to like 10k, didn't he?
Went up higher. He went up to like 30k.
Why was it Kyle Korver that the Zen bots used?
I don't know. I don't know what was so special about the card.
It turned into Emerald JJ Redick after a while.
Like, I feel like there was a lot of cheap cards they could have used. Like, you probably could have just bought like Emerald Klay Thompson from the token market, right? Like,
he only had bronze. He only had silver range.
I mean, silver is enough for a catch and shoot. I don't know how far these scripts
the script was shooting from further, obviously. If you guys don't know what the Zen bots are, basically, it's how the coin sites make their MT. They run scripts, and it's literally like pass, center shot. Pass, center shot. It's like, or pass. Excellent shot. If they have excellent script. But it's literally like, they'll run a script, and it's just an MT farming script. But they all used Kyle Korver. For some reason. They all use Ruby Kyle Korver.
Yeah, I did try to sell the Kyle Korver I had for that amount, but I think I ended up selling for like 20k, which is definitely a lot more than what I paid for him.
Yeah, that was a weird one because he came out the same week as Nick Anderson, I'm pretty sure. And Nick Anderson was just better in every way.
Swaggy P, man. That Ruby card did carry me in limited when he was needed.
We don't have Swaggy P. We've never seen a Swaggy P this year.
Is that not Nick Anderson?
No, it's Nick Young.
Nick
Anderson's the guy who choked free throws away for the Orlando Magic.
It's true. Yeah, my bad. I knew it was a Nick something. Has there really not been a Nick Young this year?
No.
Well, there really hasn't. Maybe it's the rights or something.
But like the fact like Eddie or Steph isn't even the best Curry that came out yesterday.
And not the first time. Not the first time. Well, I don't think they came out in the same set last year, but you know, he was never the best Curry in the game at any point once that Eddie Curry dropped.
Yeah. That was just so funny, like, mentioning that. I don't think this will ever see the light of day, so I can discuss it. Like, I was on what was meant to have been a podcast for somebody, but was talking to Lawrence McKenna about it, and it was like, we were talking about how, like, people play video games, how they learn about basketball, and I was making the argument, I was like, you learn nothing about basketball from playing MyTEAM. And then they were just like, what do you mean? It's like, well, it's why people suddenly think Magic Johnson is an all-time great perimeter defender. And I was like, I'm going to let you guys guess who the best Curry was in MyTEAM. Obviously, it was with Mo and Loz, and Mo just goes, I don't know, it was it Del Curry? And Lawrence just goes, you may sound like a joke. I'm going to guess it's Eddie Curry. I was like, yeah, it's Eddie Curry. He was like, what do you mean? It's like, Eddie Curry is a legend at 2K. Eddie Curry was one of the best cards in the game. And there was like, well, how did they make Eddie Curry go? It's like, well, they gave him a 99 3-pointer, they gave him the best dribbling in the game, and well, he's got the biggest player build in the game because he's Eddie Curry, and he's a 7-foot tall point center.
Did he have the tween last year?
Yep.
I couldn't remember. I just knew he went crazy, but I couldn't remember.
Yeah, he had the tween last year.
Particularly so good about him.
Trying to think of what tweening centers we had last year. We had Eddie.
Yao have the normal.
No, Yao was the crossover behind the back. Remember that move? Where you would cross over into behind the back, but you get the momentum behind the back, and Yao just got so much space because he was 7'6" off that he just glitched to the basket.
I feel like there's definitely some that had like the normal. James Wiseman.
Yeah, Wiseman, Bill Walton, if you count him as a center. Bam Adebayo, Eddie Curry.
I think they gave Hakeem
could tween, Dirk could tween.
I think
Jaren Jackson Jr. could tween.
I think Tim Duncan probably got it as well.
No, he didn't. He got behind. He got the Pro 3 behind the back.
Bamba, did he get one?
No. Jaren Jackson Jr. did.
Marcus
Cousins couldn't tween, no.
Dave Cowens, if you count him. I can't remember.
Dave Cowens couldn't do anything. He came out early. That year.
I just remember Splash used them for so long.
Yeah, because all Splash cared about was he was literally just like, can my 4 other guys on the floor green a wide open shot? He was like, once they can do that, it doesn't matter because I'm scoring every time with Dwayne Wade.
Literally. Yeah, I can't really remember any others that could tween last year. There's probably a few. Did that goat Shaq get a tween?
No.
He might have.
No, he got the Pro 5. Oh! Did Shaq?
I'm talking about the goat one, though, because he had, like...
He had the Pro 5. I know he got the Pro 5 behind the back. They got rid of his normal 2.
He got, like, all sorts of crazy animations, I think.
I think he might have... He did get the tween. He got Pro 2.
He got Pro 2, yeah. It had felt like he did.
There was only, like... The only player in the game that had Pro 8 and didn't have a broken behind the back was Zach LaVine. But like Pro 2 was tweening, but Pro 8 was the most ridiculous thing ever. Like Pro 2 you'd like slowly tween up and down the floor. Pro 8 you would literally like glide up through everybody. You did 3 Pro 8s and you were from the halfway line to the basket. Like
I preferred Pro 8. Preferred it.
Everyone preferred Pro 8, didn't they?
I feel like a lot of people were more hip to Pro 2. I see, like, because I started playing Park towards, like, the end of the year. A lot more people were using Pro 2 than Pro 8. Pro 8 was way better, though.
I think Pro 8 was the MyTEAM tween. Because you got more stun animations, and Pro 2 allowed you to 3-hump better.
It was so much better. In all fairness, I did like the Wiseman one. I did like that quite a bit.
The one where you were essentially walking in a straight line, putting the ball through your legs.
Yeah, it was just something about the way they got down close to the floor doing that way. I don't know. I really like that one. Like,
it's mad that we're only a year away from running up and down the floor, putting the ball through our legs every single time. Like,
it was so bad.
People actually are arguing that 2K20 was a good game.
If you remember episode 1, I had it high up on my list. It might have been like a nostalgic sort of thing, but
I know, I
look back on it like I had fun. At the time, I hated it.
I had fun at times in 20. I had fun because of quick stopping and 3-hunting. I didn't have fun tweening through people's bodies.
I've gone back a couple of times, like, to play like 2K20 team up when like people are really bored. And, like, when I play that, I'm like, I don't know how I used to dribble on this game.
Oh yeah, they changed the dribbling. You just flick side. You just tween. I've played 20 a few times against people, and all I do is dribble glitch.
Tween, right? Like before people got hip to tweening, I don't know how I dribbled.
Momentum.
I don't even know if I did.
Nobody dribbled. It went from momentum behind the backs, and when they took that, when they patched that, it became behind the back D-pash, glitching the AI's feet.
I mean, there was a thing I knew how to do, but like There was like a couple of you needed a 6 size up animation, right? It was like Allen Iverson and like Pro 1, and no cards ever got it, so I could never do like one dribble move I actually knew how to do because no one except Allen Iverson had Allen Iverson 6 size up.
Yeah, I used just curry
Allen
slide
Iverson
on. I used
sucked.
just curry slide on current gen, or on
Even
2K20.
that was like you had to hold like R2 and
You
like
had to hold
flick
or
your,
two, and you didn't get the same
flick
amount of
your right
space.
stick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I used just curry
Like
slide through
sometimes you
screens.
trigger something else. At least I always did.
Yeah, curry sliding with Kristaps Porzingis. I prefer shooting though in 2K21 next gen and 2K20 last gen. I prefer it where it's much bigger green window but a much lower white percentage than a tiny green window and every white goes in.
I swear every white went in 20.
No. 2K20 is like 2K21 next gen. Whites did not go in. We got so angry whenever our white went in 20.
I feel maybe I'm looking back on
No,
that
you're looking back on it with some weird.
I'll have to
No,
go back and watch
whites.
some
No,
gameplay.
we used to get. It's like it's basically the same as next gen, where if you were open, like we used to green like 50% of our open shots at least. If we were having a bad game, we'd be greening 50% of our open shots. Whereas now on current gen, even the best of the best are rarely greening 50% of wide opens.
Yeah, you could make that argument.
Yeah, like
Probably could make that argument.
I didn't green much in 20, and I still think I greened more in 20 than the best players green in 21 on current gen. They just lowered the green window that much.
I mean, I don't feel like it's necessarily hard to green on 21
Don't,
current gen.
don't,
we're not
don't
gonna-
say that. Do not say that. Neither of us can talk about it being easy to
That's
green
in
on
a
current gen.
Pressure situation. That's in a pressure situation in the bright lights. Okay, in a casual game of MyTEAM. I like my chances at green and shots.
I like my chances at making a shot because every white's gonna go in, but man, I don't trust myself to green.
It's bad on 21 current gen. Like, oh my, the amount of whites that even get slapped on half difficulty.
Yeah.
The only way to make it better is whatever sliders Pro-Am are on,
Yeah.
that on my team, because very few whites, in all fairness. Very few.
Yeah. All right. So, we've been about 40 or so minutes. Let's go on to the old overrated or underrated topic.
Yes,
So we're gonna start off as our time to talk about it. Pro-Am point guards.
The most underrated thing of all time in 2K. On God, that is the most difficult thing I have ever done in my life.
Oh, it is the hardest thing I will have done and will ever do in 2K.
It's awful. You get such a respect for people when you do it.
And it's different between being a park guard and a pro-am point guard. Because not necessarily me, but you can get open. There's a difference between being able to get open as a point guard and being able to deal with 3-4 different types of defenses, being able to get open, being able to make reads, being able to time, making sure you don't get baited and make the right pass.
It's the worst thing this is my second time doing it, but it's not easy. It really isn't. It's arguably the hardest thing you can do in 2K, especially in a pressure situation.
Oh, and especially you trying to play on current gen with a PS5 controller at point guard.
Hey, look, man. Have a PS4 controller, but the right stick is very funky, so it would have been just as bad.
Oh, I still, as soon as you were just because I heard the speaker, I didn't realize you were playing a PS5 controller, and as soon as I saw your speaker was on, I was just oh God, oh dear God.
I played the last tournament on a PS5 controller as well.
It all makes sense now. There's input delay on PS5 controllers.
I know.
So
I kept asking if you had a spare PS4 one without stick drift.
I did. I was just I
I
offered, but I didn't
come to get it.
I didn't push for it. I should have pushed.
I thought you knew. I was very vocal that
I didn't realize, and then then it was like game 2. I was like, fuck, I think I have to play point as a secondary point guard in this game. And then I was like throwing turnovers every possession. I panicked because I'm playing all our warm-up games. I'm playing on like a stretch big, basically a glorified sharp. I'm playing on a sharp the whole time, and I'm on this like point guard build, and I'm like, okay, how do I burst? Where do I burst? When do I burst? I'm like, oh yeah, crap, what do I do?
Like half the time, like the burst ain't gonna get you open anyway, like because you're gonna get bumped. You gotta hope they're gonna get sucked into the screen, but like that rarely happens either. Is everyone's movement, and even if they do get sucked into the screen, you're probably gonna have another player running to your way anyway from either the wing or the corner. So
I mean, I spent the whole time trying not to get plucked. And then I didn't know what to do passing wise. The only passes I ever made that were good were just tossing the ball to the center. Like how many times I would turn over because I would drive into like a dead end and just throw a lob to the big man. It would just go nowhere.
All my assists in game 2 literally came from me just literally dribbling in front of a screen and waiting for Owen to roll because I knew if I got open that shot probably wasn't going to go in because I don't know. Like, I don't know if it was the controller or what, because it didn't feel that bad in like the week leading up to the tournament. And then we got into the tournament and I felt like I was getting load ups or like my button just wasn't registering. And then there was the whole debacle where I would try to do a dribble move and my controller would just chuck up a very early half court shot. And I'd just be like, well, this is just.
To be fair, there's probably like 2 degrees of angle on the analog stick difference between chucking up a shot or a wide left. Between chucking up a wide left and chucking up on Curry sliding. There's probably so little of a difference. It's like people don't realize how small the green window is. Like even if you have the slightest bit of nerves, you're not greening. Like the green window is so small that if you are even the slightest bit of nerves, that's why I have like a newfound. I have so much respect for like the Ty and stuff. Ty, Splash, those guys. Like mostly when I play in tournaments, it was a little bit different last year. It was a little bit different in 2K20 because when I was playing tournaments at the end of the year, I could tween and throw a bunch of every card it was just ridiculous. I had this weird style of play that I would do well in tournaments by tweening up and down the floor, running like handoffs into pick and rolls and stuff. And I could do all that, but I could not shoot in tournaments. I would choke if I was having to press the button like.
There's definitely a few instances where I definitely panicked and like double tapped the square button when trying to shoot and ended up chucking up like a very late, and I was like, yeah, my controller messed up there. Sorry, lads.
Yeah,
definitely didn't. That under pressure being the point guard is horrible.
Yeah, I think we can both say.
I feel like unless you're a corner.
Yeah, I was about to say we'll both gladly play the corner in Pro Am. We can both make
specific corner though, right? Because like one of your corners is going to be your lock, which is also probably another position that's extremely difficult to play under pressure.
The power forward.
Yeah, and your center is probably in there as well because they got to guard the pick and roll too, right? Power forward's like the ideal position. Me.
Yeah, I can.
You stick corner on defense and offense.
I can play there. I can play there fine. Like I was looking. I was like, I averaged 3 steals a game through the tournament. So I was like, you know what? I actually baited the corner pretty well. I had 7 or 8 rebounds game 1, a block game 1. I was like, you know what? Like sitting in the corner, I'm all right there on defense, and then me even on offense on the sharp. I didn't know what to do. I was like, put me in the corner. Don't make me think. Just let me shoot wide open and let me just bait lanes on defense. I'm good with that.
Like if I was to ever play in another Pro-Am tournament, like the position I'm gonna play the best is power forward, right? Like it's the one I understand the most. Like I know how to swing. I'm probably gonna green a shot if you hit me wide open, even under pressure in the situation of being a power forward. I'm more confident in my abilities to hit and to catch and shoot. Like I'll crash whatever, I'll get out on fast breaks. And then after that I could probably play sharp decently, but like there's levels to sharp with the whole like dexing and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
you ever watch like Welsh Geordie? He hits the dexes of hell that I don't quite know how to do.
The problem is that we have obviously Owen balled out at center. We have
crazy esports person of the year for Ireland right there.
We have we have JP who's unbelievable, who's an unbelievable lock, and then we have 3 guys who would all be decent power forwards.
All my team players.
3 MyTEAM players would be very
One
decent
that
power
hasn't
forwards.
played the game in months. Might we add?
Yeah, like...
Yeah,
Oh,
we were all suited to play one position, one
yeah.
position only.
I think on next gen I can play center okay.
Like, I mean,
Like I wasn't when we played against those good teams, I wasn't that bad, and I was on a bad build, and it was my very first time playing there.
we'll say like for the most part, it could get open somewhat. Somewhat. I'm not gonna say every time. My biggest issues were gaining shots, for sure. This isn't even just exclusive to the tournament. Even in the practice games, I'd have an issue with that. B, making the right reads. But I would throw some Stevies out there a lot.
Yeah, I was just not expecting to play point guard, and I just panicked in those last 2 games. Like we were never obviously we beat Poland comfortably, and we were never beating Latvia. But like I panicked. I just threw the amount of times looking back, I was wide open, and I just threw the ball to the wrong player.
I can't even go back and watch this
Oh,
one. Like,
it was bad.
I can go back and watch the first one because we were like the first FIBA we played in because we were so bad and just laugh about it.
Yeah.
But this one, like, we actually were so much better.
We played against good teams in practice. We beat really good teams in practice. Like, we played against teams that were in like the first division of Spain, and we were beating them. We were playing against Vardo and his lads and beat them by 20. And we were so confident. I thought I was confident of us potentially running Russia close, and then the tournament game, and we. Oh,
just a disaster.
It was a disaster of all disasters. The last time we knew we were terrible going into it, and we played well against Cyprus. We played our best ever game in the tournament, and then we went back down to our level against Austria. But like, and then obviously Turkey was a joke. But like this time was the worst because we were actually decent. If we were, anyway, let's never speak of that again.
Move on.
So.
Move on.
3-point Shaq.
And part of me wants to say underrated because I liked them so much in 20. But the thing is, I think this is applicable for a lot of these types of cards. There's 2 very distinct types of people. There's people who love MyTEAM when it gets to this stage. And there's people who hate it. I'm in the boat of hating it. I think MyTEAM's generally at its best, probably somewhere around like November to January when cards are pretty good, but
season.
not like a dead season in terms of like if you're a content creator, right? Because no one's hyped because the cards aren't cracked enough. But I think that's when the gameplay is usually.
Oh, I agree. That's when I go on my mad win streaks. Like my ideal game mode is when my team is as close to play now as possible is my ideal game mode. My ideal game mode is like
play now, but like cards have the badges, right? Like
yeah, but like my whole thing is that I love it in terms of enjoyment in the mode when my team is like a chess game, when every card can't do everything, when everyone has to have two. When if a player wants to have clamps, they can't shoot, or if a player wants to have clamps and can shoot a little bit, they can't shoot from range. Like, I love the start of the game, but like I'll be even the first to admit it. Like I'm in the minority. Like the majority, like you can tell by just the numbers.
Well.
Sorry.
I'm in the same boat as well. Like that's when I find the game it's most fun. Like
you can tell. I hated the game at the start this year because it was just too easy.
Okay, Mister. What was the record?
250 and 0 to start the year.
50 and 0. Well,
what I mean by it was too easy was that
messing around in Unlimited. I was busy trying to get my Steph.
Yeah, but what I mean by it was too easy was that it went from being too hard to too easy to score. Like every single shot went in. There was a stage in the game where every shot went in. It didn't matter who you were using.
Yeah,
like
that's true.
You could, like I was out here shooting with Ben Simmons with his 45 rated 3 and greeny threes.
Like week one of 2K21 was the easiest to go 12 or to the opals here, right? If you would learn stick shooting, because
Yeah.
no one who was still
No one-
using square was able to shoot that ball.
Yeah.
I promise.
But it was so quick, and I'm not even counting that. That was a disaster. Like, that was the best I've ever been at 2K, was pre-shooting buff week 1, because I was like the only person in Europe that could shoot. But I'm still gonna say that was shambolic. Like, that was a disaster. But I think the worst was right after that, when they went so far the other direction, where we were all shooting half-court fadeaways with Allen Houston in Unlimited. And then in TTO, none of us were scoring. Right? And it was like, what?
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
You could only score in Unlimited, and if you play any other mode, nothing went in.
That made like TTO my favorite mode for like that entire like before the next patch hit, because it was the only game mode that took skill, and I was actually able to shoot at that point.
I think when the mode was at its best gameplay wise was probably around 250k quals 2. So around like the middle of October, middle of November. I reckon the end of season 1 is probably the best it was gameplay wise, because the buff was nerfed. So like they patched fades, so you weren't shooting half-court fadeaways. And like the stick patch, I think the stick patch was a good thing, the first stick patch. The one that stopped stick aiming being the most ridiculously overpowered thing in history. Like, stick aiming was too good to start the game.
That wasn't the patch that where if you... Was that the one where if you pulled your stick straight down, the thing would still start off to like the left or right? Was that the speed one? No, that one was ass.
No, but I don't mean like that stick. Like, you could, if you still knew what you were doing, like if you learned how to do the speed, stick shooting still worked fine. But like that was around the stage we all learned quick stop, so stick shooting became worthless anyway. But stick shooting was too easy before that. But I think the worst patch was the most recent one, the one that just stick shooting is literally unusable. They took away any boost from stick shooting. Fairness, you can center post hooks now and it's still not going to green. You can center a wide open post hook and it's not. You can full bar post hooks. Like,
I haven't tried.
You can literally full bar post hooks. Like, it's that bad scoring in the post. You can full bar layups if you use the stick. You are better off shooting a 3. Like, the worst thing you can do is now use the stick on current gen for any situation.
I mean, in fairness, I've seen no one use the stick in so long, unless they're a post scorer. But like,
I used to stick
like
layups.
You and JLB or.
But it's not even that. Like, I used to be able to use the stick to Euro step, use the stick to do like spin layups.
No, that was hell on layups. Like, you could green like 90% with the stick.
That was only week 1.
100%.
That was only week 1. That was patched out quite early. You could green 100% smothers week 1 with the stick.
Yeah, but I'm talking layups. Like, the layup thing definitely didn't get patched week 1, because I know I had that happen to be like literally like probably 4 months ago.
Really? No, but the 100% smothered consistently was patched very early. It was patched with the first stick patch. Because like, you could consistently.
The layups were the most overpowered part. Like
you could consistently green. Remember Ben Simmons' Rim Run Simulator week 1, when everyone was just like, everyone was
funny looking back on week 1 is how much of a struggle domination was. But if everyone knew the speed glitch, it wouldn't have been an issue.
Yeah.
All you would need is one card with like goal quick for a step.
Yeah.
Score every time.
I mean, you didn't even need the speed glitch for triple threat offline. You could just sprint with Gus Williams.
It's true.
I remember Gus Williams at the 20k. Because I told everyone that's how you beat triple threat offline. Get Gus Williams and he runs by. He glitches the AI.
You were like, he's so fast in the game that he glitches the AI.
Yeah, but anyway, with 3-point Shaq, I'm gonna say overrated just for this one here. We can keep going on with this one. I'm gonna say overrated because is he that much better than Eddie Curry?
Probably take. Yeah, I like Shaq's defense and I like his player build, but
I love Eddie Curry's player.
The way I look at it is like, that is true. I mean, Eddie Curry's got a better jump shot, like no doubt about it. Also, my other argument is like Wilt. If you care about a big body on your court, Wilt and Kareem will do the same thing for. I don't know how much Shaq is going for, but infinitely cheaper. Just get Wilt
is infinitely cheaper,
or just get Eddie Curry.
Or just spend rather than even spending 200k on Wilt, just spend your 10k on Eddie Curry.
They're
Okay,
probably
so
all gonna do the same thing. They're all like 7 foot.
yeah. Then we're gonna go with exchange rewards.
Overrated. They've all sucked. They've all been so bad. Like I remember, like just holding out, like me and Jacob on the account, we held out on like all the duplicate pink diamonds and opals we've gotten throughout the past seasons, just hoping one day they'll just drop that exchange card that's gassed, and it just hasn't happened at all. And the ones that have been semi good are like, you need original owner cards from these packs. Well, I don't know what the Bobby Jones is. Is it just you have to have like X amount of the diamonds or what?
No, Bobby Jones is you need one Eddie Jones, one Justice Winslow, one Simvular, and then 9 of all the amethysts.
So it's not even original owner.
No. It's like
probably kind of did that price fix any of the cards at all?
No, I mean the amethyst instead of being 1,200, like 1,800.
Okay. I mean, that's
like if you sniped all of that, you could do it for 55k if you sniped all the players.
He's definitely the best exchange reward, like.
And he's worth 55k. The problem is I don't think in 2 weeks' time he'll be worth 55k.
He definitely won't.
And that's
I thought
the
they'd
problem.
like probably gas him up a little bit more than they did, because like Pink Diamond at the time, I love that card because the defense was so cracked. I was like, yeah, they'll probably give him like all the defensive badges are close enough to it, but they didn't even. Like he has all the important ones, Hoff. Yeah, I like his jump shot. I like this jump shot on this Pink Diamond. I was chicken with that.
I'm gonna say it. I think Kuzma's better.
Haven't used him. What jump shot has he got?
Jamal Murray on very quick.
It's a nice next gen release, not gonna lie.
He has Jamal Murray on very quick. Quick dribble style. Pro 2 Curry slide. Pro 3 behind the back. 95 lateral. 92 steal, 90 block, and 13 defensive badges. Hall of Fame.
I mean, he's probably how much? He's probably not like 55k, right? Because he's an opal. He might be.
He was under 50k yesterday until I made a video about him.
Never mind.
He was under 50. I had to make a video. I'm like, this card is stupidly good. I was like, he's the best. He's probably the best opal that came out today, in general. And he's like 55k. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Just how the price of this card. He's just crazy good. But in terms of the exchange rewards, I don't think Bobby Jones is a bad exchange reward. I really don't.
He's not horrible. Like, if you can get him for cheap, like, he's not horrible. But I think as a whole, they've been, wouldn't say worth it at all. At any time.
No, like Bobby Jones, if he had came out last week with Idols cards, and it was used the cheap Idols
cards that dropped that day.
He would have been the best card to drop that day. But everyone would have I think a load of people would have locked him in. It's just the problem is he came out the same day as Kuzma, Rudy Gay, who's probably better than him.
How much is Rudy Gay? He's good.
Like 100.
I've used him.
He's like 100.
The fact that he's even a buyout is crazy.
And he also came out the same day as Bol and is around the same price as Bol.
Bol really is the damn greatest. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, Bol's the best. Bol is the best.
Gens.
Bol not. He's good on current gen, but he's the
Speed
best.
Burst, though.
No, he's not as good on current gen. He is on next gen. He is the best on next gen.
I'm not saying like on next gen he's infinitely better.
Oh, I was about to say, I was like, you can literally Pro 3 if you can start on a little bit left. You can start on like the free throw line extended, Pro 3 into like the opposite side, and then Curry back, and you get so much space that it's literally unguardable unless your player reads exactly the combo you're gonna do. And it's not even a combo. It's holding the stick, angle to one side while pressing R2, and then back to the other side, and it's just green, or it's just a wide open.
One of the things I was thinking that I thought might be cool, because I kind of look at this set as like the beginning of the end, right? You know, now it opens the doors. We're getting the point guard Giannis and the point guard LeBrons. They're coming for the heads, but I thought what would be cool is those agendas for the two free players. Like there's 2 more left.
Yeah.
Obviously, like not everyone has the MT to go out and get themselves a Ben Simmons and a point guard Giannis. If they made one of those Isaac Bonga, huge W. Take that idea right now,
Yes.
2K.
Sam,
Give
if you're
one for
watching, Sam,
free.
if you're watching this, make that pink diamond or the opal bonga.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's the only way. That's the way to combat it. We all know last year Isaac Bonga was the budget option to stop those tall point guards.
and Bonga had the Pro A tween as well last year. He was the best.
Bonga was class last year.
The exchange. Have you done any of the exchanges?
God no.
I did.
I did one that because I got the super pack cards right off Triple Threat Online. It was the horrible one.
Okay.
It was Ricky Rubio, but like it was a free card.
That wasn't the
like,
worst.
literally.
That wasn't Dennis Schroeder.
Who else did they do? Steven Adams. I actually kind of wanted him, but that's just because I like Steven Adams.
I got the only good one, so I'm happy.
Which was Evan Fournier, I'd imagine.
Yeah. Hey, I deserve that card. I'm taking most of the credit for why those cards showed up in Triple Threat Online.
Yeah, that was the biggest money grab I think I've ever seen.
I'm taking most of the credit for that. Nobody brought it up, and I went on a rampage about that.
Did they only... Is that a new thing this year, putting new cards in super packs? Did they do that last year?
They did, but there were never non-auctionable cards. Like, they put...
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
But, like, they've never said cards you can only get by paying.
They must have done that. They definitely done that quite late last year. They probably done that in 20.
Yeah, Xavier McDaniel.
They must have realized like no one buys super packs, so they had to give incentive to buy them. So they started popping new players in there, but they've never really been good.
Super packs.
Oh no, I mean like the new players they put in them. Like
I mean, it only happened as far as I'm aware. Like once last year, and it was like Xavier McDaniel, Wesley Matthews. It was like the very last batch of the throwback bonus cards.
No one pulled that Xavier.
Xavier McDaniel was like one of the most expensive cards in the game because nobody had him.
He was so rare, and he looked so good.
Yeah, but nobody pulled him because nobody opened those packs because it was right after Fan Favorites 3, which had Dino and Eddie Curry.
Remember, that's how Jack made all his MT last year, was just Evoing up that first Xavier.
Yeah, I made a bunch. You can make a bunch of MT on Evos at times this year.
Once again,
I made so much on Jared Sullinger. I made 100k in like 2 hours on Sullinger.
Where's the Evo cards?
Where is it? What happened to Evo cards? Whatever happened to them?
Like, it was such a good idea. And then they try to gas it up this year, like choose your path Evos. Like,
has there been an auctionable choose?
When's the last time we've even gotten an Evo?
The only auctionable choose your path Evos in the entire game were the draft day cards.
Yeah.
Jimmy, but we've had less than maybe 30 choose your path Evos.
Oh, your man didn't have a Keldon. What was his name? Kel something. He definitely didn't have a choose your path. What's his name? I can't remember. It doesn't matter anyway. No, someone else. Can't even remember what promo he came in. But yeah, where's the Evo cards?
We haven't. When was the last Evo we saw in the auctionable? Was it Smush Parker?
I would have to Google it, to be honest. There was that pink diamond to Opal one, right? Was that later?
Kenyon Martin. Smush? That was like early. That was like 12th of February. That was Chinese New Year, like.
I have no idea. Yeah, I don't even know the last Evo we got.
Jimmy Buckets.
Spotlight ones.
No, it was Jimmy Buckets.
Oh yeah, I don't even count those. Though,
and then it was like the
Spotlight
Daniel
ones,
Tice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Spotlight Sims next week could be a thing, to be honest.
People are expecting them soon.
Yeah.
I mean, people thought it was going to be simmed reality, right?
Yeah, simmed reality was one of the most stupid.
Did get a sim reality?
We did get sim, yeah. We did get sim. It is sim. Yeah, you're right. Sim reality.
Maybe it's a hint.
Maybe Sim's a hint for Spotlight Sims.
Yeah, we'll start getting the detectives going crazy again.
Okay, so now exchange awards bad. Now we're on to TTO
overrated.
Events.
I mean, events like this,
like this weekend,
underrated because like this is a probably the best triple threat event has ever been. Like no debate. So I have heard.
No. T-Mac.
Yeah, but in terms of like how many cards are available,
None of them are showing up.
I was about to get to that point, right? But I mean, I've heard from many sources they're going through 5, 10, 15 boards, not seeing anyone. Now, in fairness, you're saying the T-Mac one was better. In terms of monetary gain, probably, if you could actually get him to show up, because I played through like 15 boards that weekend, and all I didn't even see the pink diamond T-Mac. I didn't even see the pink diamond. The highest one I seen was career highlights. I couldn't even sell him on the auction house.
That's true. I got 4 pink diamonds and sold them all for 100k.
And I remember, like, I watched Splash and he went through like 2 boards and got him. I was so upset. Because if you got because last year, remember, they would have the same player
on the left and right bottom, yeah. And they were the easy spots
so
to
if
hit.
You hit them twice, and they were so easy to hit that you should theoretically hit them, and you do like the ball drop thing where you close up. Is that patch, by the way? I've heard a lot of people talk
I don't know. I think they changed the boards you lose it, because I lost to Julius Randle because of it.
Okay, interesting.
Hitting the corners on the current boards is one of the hardest things you can do.
Oh, it's impossible.
It's luck. It's pure luck.
Yeah, it is luck.
You'll drop from the corner. I dropped once in the left corner and ended up in the right corner.
No, the new boards suck. Yeah, like they're quicker, which is cool, and like people wanted 2K19 boards back per se.
Yeah.
They didn't literally mean the physical board. They meant the prizes, whatever.
I think 2K we're getting close to the 2K19 board type prizes. They just need to remove, and they've removed the 100 and 200 MT, which is good.
Yeah, they've gone a bit better.
It's worth playing now.
Yeah, like if you hit the T-Mac last year, you literally made, because it never affected his price, so you still would have made out with like $1 million if you got him twice. Like it was ridiculous.
I think was it Henry got him like twice in like game 3. And Carlos got him straight away as well. There are no two luckier people than them in terms of pack luck. I'm Henry live streams his pack openings now, so obviously it is what it is. I was starting to question it. I'm like, I've opened, in fact, it's not my account. I don't know, maybe this guy's pulled a bunch of Dark Matters because he has Dark Matters in his collection. Maybe he's pulled Dark Matters himself, but I've opened like the equivalent of $1,000 worth of VC in MT on this guy's account. No Dark Matters. Like
I haven't struck
like 6 million
MT.
MT.
A Dark Matter yet.
It's like 6 million MT. I'm like, I do not believe these quote world record super juiced Galaxy Opal packs. I don't believe it. Like,
I opened a lot of packs in 20, and like I eventually I pulled everyone, but I never really felt like I had like crazy openings where I got like 10 Galaxy Opals last year. It was just that when I did pull someone last year, tended to be like, gold MJ.
Yeah.
I struck gold a lot last year.
I got Hito last year. That's the not Hito, Iverson. Iverson was the only Galaxy Opal I pulled last year. In the whole year. Until the very end where it was like when they were guaranteed Galaxy Opal packs. I'm not counting them.
Jack had crazy pack luck last year. He packed point guard LeBron in 1 MT single.
JD crossover is the same. I think they definitely have it on my account. They definitely have someone on my account. But to be fair, like when I open packs,
they definitely have like they have data that they can edit for certain accounts. You can't convince me otherwise.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's any such thing. Like Troy Dan's proof, like his live pack openings where he went like through 1700 without pulling a Dark Matter. I think he's like live proof that you don't the 2K don't give YouTubers pack luck. I just think I'm just
People believe
convinced
that content creator pack luck is a thing.
I don't believe it's a thing. I don't believe it's a thing. I just believe content creators will edit it out because it's easier to say. Because it's easier to say I got so because the title of a video looks better saying I got so lucky in a pack.
Yeah. But if you ever watch the videos, like a lot of them just hide their VC amounts anyway. Like yeah.
But yeah, like that's just one of the things. That's one of the most frustrating things about it all. Like I'll never. Yeah. I don't have a problem with any sort of clickbait. I don't have a problem people clickbaiting something being juiced. I don't have a problem with someone saying juiced boards, but it's the misleading clickbait that is directly encouraging kids to gamble, where I have the problem. That's where I really, really have a problem with it all. Like, it's, first of all, clickbait, go get your views, but it's like they are directly encouraging kids to gamble.
Subconsciously, yeah, because none of them are going to directly say it, right? Like, they're not going to be like, go out and buy packs. Like, no one will say that, because that's just asking for trouble.
I mean, a bunch of them promoted buying VC. Not MyTEAM. Thankfully, not MyTEAM, guys. A bunch of park guys promoted buying VC.
For what?
For like new clothes that were in game.
Oh my god.
It was like, I'm in the park with these. It was something like, I'm in the park with these clothes. Go and get these clothes. And obviously, you can only buy them with VC. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
I'm all for looking drippy in the park, but you never catch me loading up VC to buy virtual clothes. Like,
I'm not even as highly against that, because look, I'm not actually against microtransactions in video games if they're cosmetic, because you don't have to buy them.
Yeah, cosmetic.
I'm against it being pay to win. And I'm against 2K constantly patching builds to make people have to buy a new build VC for more builds. I'm against that.
I remember in 20, Sam had like 15 builds, and I asked him how much VC he had to spend on them, and he's like, we don't talk about that. I was like, bro, you're down horrendous. Every build kept getting patched last year except the two-way slash and playmaker.
Yeah.
Most broken build of all time.
Yeah, like that's one thing that I hate. And then obviously, like, for MyTEAM packs, it's a little bit more than just spending money on microtransactions. Like, you can spend money how you want. It's just like, again, have you ever watched JCC, the YouTube channel? He's like a pro.
No, but I've heard you talk about him.
Yeah, he's like a pro-am guy. He does a lot of like videos, because this guy he plays pro clubs with, Johnny P, who's like, man, he nearly ruined his life from FIFA pack addiction. And like Johnny P, like, I play pro clubs with him a few times. Johnny P was playing as well. Like people literally, so many people have their lives ruined by pack addiction, where it's like, I really don't want to. I'll do whatever I can to not promote it.
I mean, I was there last year. Like, I would be the first. I definitely had a problem last year. But, like, wasn't like, I don't condone it in any way. I don't think anyone should do it. It was just like, I had a job and I had the money, and it was just something to spend money on. And then it did get bad though, like to the point where I was ripping like 900 quid worth of packs every week. Like,
oh my,
definitely in the throes of pack addiction.
It was that bad.
Oh, it was bad. It was bad.
Oh my god!
It wasn't always that much every week, but I know point guard Giannis went to 4 figures.
Did you get him?
Eventually, but it took like 1,100 to get there.
Oh my god! So was that? You were able to stop though pretty easily, weren't you?
Oh, I stopped. Yeah, like once I stopped like opening packs with real money last year. After I sold back everything when I got AD, and then I just ripped with empty. And then this year, I literally haven't spent money on packs at all.
Yeah,
no interest in it.
I was just like, okay, so it was just a case of you like having the money and just spending it on the thing.
Yeah, I had the money, and it was like I didn't really have anything else to spend money on, because I wasn't really going out and like partying every weekend or anything. And it was just like something to throw money at. It's a very bad thing to throw money at, though. I will say that.
Oh, big time, big time.
People just chase the feeling of getting the pull. Like, that's literally all it is.
It's gambling. It's the
adrenaline rush.
It's the same adrenaline rush as gambling. Like, it is.
Yeah.
It is the exact same adrenaline rush, and that's the big thing where everyone's like, for kids is like, I've heard people make the argument, oh, if kids aren't spending real money on it, it's not gambling. It's like, no, everyone's just going for that same adrenaline rush. Like, you're spending your MT, you're putting something of, like, as much as 2K want to say VC and MT don't have monetary value, they do. Like, people sell MT. Like, there's no ifs or buts about it. Like, again, you're probably going to get banned, but people do it. So it does have monetary value. And people spend these MT on packs. Like, people spend their MT trying to get a card so that they can sell to make more MT. It doesn't matter if it's winning in-game currency. It's still gambling. It's still the same feeling if you pack a card as if you put everything on 37 red and spin the roulette wheel. Like,
I 100% agree. Like, I think anyone could go open one pack right now. Don't. Not with VC or MT, but I'm just like explaining that you could go open one pack right now and you tell me if you see a card shake, you're gonna get a little bit excited. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Like, you just want that one big pull because you know it's gonna feel really good. You're like, oh my god, so much MT.
Yeah,
it's gambling at the end of the day.
And like you don't even realize how bad the pack odds are when you go in with the mentality of I'm gonna open this because I'm gonna get something good, which most people go into it with. And like it's a little bit different for these like pack openings I'm doing. I'm literally going in expecting nothing, and you don't even realize how bad packs are until you're like not explaining. Oh, I've just got 17 amethysts in a row. That's mad, isn't it?
I loved what you said before, where you were like, eventually, like the packs are gonna get to the point where the odds are literally gonna
just
say
100%.
chances at it. Yeah,
have you seen the odds right now? It's like 60. It's like 69 or 60 to 69, 100%. 69 to 75, 100%.
That's what
there's about 10 different odds. They're all 100%. 92 plus 17%. That's all it is. There's like 7 things to say 100%.
Yeah, the percentage way is I don't like that way of doing it. MLB does it by ratio, so it's like a 1 in 50 chance if you open this pack of a diamond player or whatever it is.
But like
it's a little bit more transparent.
The odds would be transparent if they started the odds at the minimum card you can get. Like, if we know that every card is over 91, we don't need to know that they're all over 67.
Yeah,
like
I feel like they have like. Because like it's not far off, like the lowest rated card being a diamond in a promo. So.
When the day that happens is a day that the odds are just literally saying you are guaranteed a card. They're not wrong.
Know,
they're not wrong with saying there's 100% chance you get a diamond.
They should be changing it at that point.
They're not going to.
Obviously, they're not going.
They're not. I'm waiting. I'm waiting till that happens because I'm getting my phone out and screenshotting that because that would be farcical and it's happening. That's the worst part. Do you remember the Luka Doncic thing? Where it was like the individual packs. So it was like, remember when they had the Giannis packs, the LeBron packs?
Oh yeah, the Giannis, Luka.
For all the ones you would press triangle and it would say available cards and it would have all the available Giannis cards. But for Luka one, you click triangle and it said on the top available draft day cards. So it only showed the pink diamond Luka because they put on the title in like small print that nobody reads. In every other one, it says available cards. But on just this one specific one, it said available draft day cards. So many people started opening these packs thinking it was a guaranteed pink diamond Luka because it was the only one that they said was available. But they had it in the small print that it said draft day, and if you press triangle, there was a 2% chance of getting that card that everyone thought was a guarantee. And then I remember I made a video on it, and people are arguing. They were like, no, 2K have made it clear that that's only draft day cards. It's like, you better believe they tried to trick everybody. Like, there's no way that they didn't, and that wasn't intentional. And it's not the player's fault for that the first time in the year, and they had the previous packs earlier in the day which showed all the cards available, that they changed it to just draft day cards. Like, no.
So it was all the horrible. Wait, what cards were in that Luka pack then? Was it like
Ruby? It was literally it was Ruby Luka and Pink Diamond Luka. That was it.
Okay.
There was only two Lukas. But like the Giannis one had Ruby Giannis, Amethyst Giannis, Diamond Giannis. As the if you press triangle to see what was in the packs, that's what you'd see. You'd see the same thing with LeBron James. But for Luka, you just saw the Pink Diamond Luka. And there was a 98% chance if you open that pack, you were just getting a Ruby Luka Doncic.
Were those packs limited to just one per player or what?
No, they were Were they limited to 3 per player? I don't know, but they were limited to 10,000 overall.
Are they VC only?
No, they weren't. They were empty.
I can't even remember.
No, they were empty.
I remember the whole event happening, but yeah, I can't
They were
remember.
empty. But that's one of the worst. I think the worst thing 2K will ever do, and it's laughable if they put in that there's just a 100% chance of getting a pink diamond. That will be the most laughable thing ever. Like, we already know we're getting a player in a pack.
It's gonna happen. Like, it is gonna happen. I would be shocked if that's how they, like, if that's not how they do it. Like, if they actually be like, you have a chance, 100% chance at like a 93, 94 diamond.
Yeah. But nobody has ever known the odds of pulling a pink diamond in any given pack. No one has ever known the odds of pulling an opal, or no one has ever known the odds of pulling a dark matter. Everyone only knows the odds of pulling a diamond or above. And that doesn't matter because you're still making a loss 90% of the time in a pack unless you're pulling an opal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're not real odds. Like, that's something that, if it got out into like the mainstream media, would be another like carnage situation for 2K. That they're not even showing the actual odds of gambling.
Yeah, because it should be like down every tier of cards, like bronze, silver, gold, diamond, amethyst, ruby, whatever, and you should have like if you do it by ratios, right? So like a bronze and a silver is probably going to be a 1 of 1 chance of you opening this pack, and you're going to get a bronze or silver. Like,
yeah, it should be, say, like, if you open the packs,
it should be like, it's probably realistically on average, what, 1 in every 80 packs you open is probably going to be a dark matter. Or
hey,
no, probably not even that good though.
Hey, I'm on about 500.
I mean, you just have the worst luck I've ever seen though. Like, I can't remember how long you went in 20 without pulling anything above a pink diamond.
It wasn't even pulling a pink diamond. It was like when pink diamonds were the highest players, I pulled 2 in a row, 2 in 2 packs. The very first time pink diamonds were there, I pulled 2 pages of the Archivist in 2 packs. And then I didn't pull another pink diamond for 900 packs. It was the most ridiculous thing. I was like, I just pulled 2 in a row and then didn't pull one. I know someone who's pulled 2 Dark Matter Wilt, or pulled Dark Matter Wilt, Riot.
Your problem was you weren't doing the methods.
I wasn't doing, what was it, open packs in the 15th second of every minute?
15, it was a 40 something, 30 something.
I don't know exactly what it was. I never bought the ebook, so I don't know. I never bought the ebook.
So many people started swearing by that on forums too. That was
it was like the vault methods. But have you ever heard like the pack methods? And it's like at the very end, if this doesn't work, open more packs and it will work. I was like, bingo. The pack method is load up VC, open packs. That's it. Open more packs. The more packs you open, the better odds you are of getting a dark matter. 100%.
Yeah. If you want this dark matter, you max out your credit card until you get them. That's the real method. They don't tell you.
Yeah, it's like the best vault method. Is you hit X as fast as you possibly. No. This is the best method. You hit X as fast as you possibly can, so that you can get out of the vault screen as quickly as possible and play another game.
Yeah,
that's the vault method.
That's what Splash said on Twitter after. When they added Danny Ferry, he was like, I promise there's no method. I'm a connoisseur in this field.
Oh my god.
Like, just press X and get to the next game as quick as possible. But people went really deep in the Terry grind. They were like, you need to listen out for like the cannon sound, and that's when you open the vault. I was like, bro, what are we doing?
The Terry grind was so funny. Like, again, it was the same people that swore by the pack method, swore by there being an actual...
Broke people, man. It broke people down.
I played 900 for Terry. I played on, like, different accounts. I did everything. Splash had different people playing on his account. It was... I opened 50 vaults at a time. It was, like...
I played, like... 16 hours straight for that card. Like...
Yeah.
I didn't sleep. Then I got Danny Ferry in probably like 40 games.
Yeah, I got Ferry in like 4. I got Ferry while grinding 4 quickly.
Yeah. I didn't even particularly care. I was just like, I was like, I'll play until I reach like the All-Star pack, the Deluxe All-Star pack. I was like 30 something games away and I got him and I was like, oh, I guess I'll get off the game now. I have nothing else to do. Yeah,
like Ferry's better than Terry.
They've been very good at trying to keep people on the game this year. I'll give them that.
Yeah. Except for the last 2 weeks. They did a really bad job after those Idols packs.
Yeah, 2K snapped this week, though. Yeah. You know, they seen they were down bad last weekend. The
big question is, do you think 2K will listen to Mystic Mick, who predicted all of this happening, and stop releasing Idols packs on Fridays?
No.
Oh, I don't know. Like, they're going to be like, oh yeah, people actually will like, we're going to put LeBron in Idols packs and people are going to like them. They still won't. Like,
I mean, people will rip for LeBron though, like realistically. Like,
yeah, but a lot more people will rip for any theme LeBron other than Idols.
It is also very true.
Like, if you want...
he was what? Like, Idols LeBron was one of the last LeBrons we got last year, right?
Yeah. But like Prime Series, people actually rip those packs. No one ripping Idols this year.
I mean, they're in the same vein, right? Like Prime and Idols and Signature.
Yeah, but we also got like 5 of the Prime packs midweek last year. Like, obviously LeBron was a Friday. A lot of them were midweek.
True. I mean, they'll probably do it eventually where Idols will be midweek pack.
People
the thing with that, like the actual idea of that set, it's a cool premise. But like,
no,
I think for Idol sets, like they should theoretically, if you're going with this theme, like this is 15 of the best players in NBA history or whatever, then theoretically
10. There's not going to be an Idol. I'm almost certain there's not going to be an Idols 3.
Okay, we're going with 10 here, but then theoretically, they should be some of the best cards in the game. They just never are.
No, let's have a look. What good Idols cards have there been? AD was good.
If you look at Prime last year, it was the same thing. Like Kawhi was good.
LeBron was okay.
LeBron was good.
We already had point guard. LeBron did the same thing.
Yeah, that was the problem with that. LeBron was there was a point guard one that was better. I can't even remember who else.
No, T-Mac.
T-Mac and Derrick Rose at the time were insane, and John Stockton was good at the time.
Yeah, Prime was good in 2K last year. And then Kevin Garnett was not worth the lock-in. Oscar Robertson was good for the time.
That was the same last year. Like this year and last year, the lock-ins haven't been worth it.
Yeah, like the lock-in, whatever. It doesn't matter who the lock-in is. It's not going to be worth it.
Yeah, because it'd have to be like a crazy card, but they're never going to put a crazy card in because they'd rather put it in packs for money.
Yeah, but it's going to be like Karl Malone or something, who's not going to be better than Ben Simmons.
I think a Tim Duncan's probably a good bet to be a lock. Time around.
No one's gonna lock that in.
Yeah, but like that's someone I could see it being. It'd be someone like that.
Yeah,
he's not really a pack seller because his jump shot sucks.
You never know. We might actually see Idols on a Friday because it's the final Idols. So if it's the final Idols, maybe people lock in.
Yeah, they'll make that lock in. Ben Wallace and Jacob's gonna have to rip packs.
Oh man. But like that Melo at 500k is the most funny thing I've ever seen. He is a trash can.
Melo's 500k right
or
now?
He was I don't know what price he is right now. He was like 470k last time I checked. It's probably gone down because of new backs. He is a trash can.
Yeah, Melo sucks.
Yeah. So
Melo is terrible.
It's probably best to leave it there. It's been about 90 minutes. So anyway, yeah. Huge thank you guys again for the continued support. And we will be back next week, hopefully with a guest. So that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.